Call the meeting to order. This is the Monument and Cemetery Commission of New Ulm, 4 p.m., City Hall, December 17th, 2018. All of you received a packet, I'm sure, in the mail and an email indicating all of the items on the agenda today. Anything else that you'd like to add? Anyone? Hearing none. First item, approval of the minutes. All of you had a chance to read the minutes. Any changes, corrections, deletions, additions?
I'd make a motion for approval of those minutes.
Second the motion.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. No old business to attend to. Under new business, buyback of the lots. Kurt, do you know anything about that?
Glenn looked at it and then recommended we do buy them back as they are resellable lots.
Okay. And where are they located?
That I do
You
not.
don't know. Well, you know where they're, do you know where the lots are located that we're buying back?
Section 2A would be on the top, right along the road. It's in the 8 grave
Okay,
sections. But yeah, they're good lots for
for resale, there's no issues,
Not that we're aware of.
okay?
Move to accept the motion to buy back those lots.
Second it.
Motion made and seconded to repurchase the lots for a total price of $725. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. The next item is the Herman Monument as a National Historic Landmark. Tom, welcome.
Thank you, Chair Ubel and Commissioners. Tom Schmitz with the Park and Recreation Department. You have before you some information that both the Herman Monument Society and the Park and Recreation Commission have recommended approval, and that is to gain City Council authorization to apply for National Historic Landmark status of Herman Monument. The program is through the United States Department of Interior, administered by the National Park Service, and it's just a certain level of national historic status, the National Historic Landmark status. You have some information in the packet. The application process could take some time. We're asking the Monument and Cemetery Commission for a recommendation to the City Council, and then after this meeting, the Heritage Preservation Commission. So there will be 3 municipal commissions reviewing this and making recommendation to the City Council, which will take place at a January meeting of the Council.
How does this differ from the National Register of Historic Places?
It's just a little bit higher status. Herman Monument is certainly listed as on the National Register of Historic Places, yes, but historic landmark status is just another level above that.
Okay.
And there's an individual that has, mentioned an interest in assisting the city in making the application. Historian Daniel Hoisington, who's done a number of projects for the New Ulm area and elsewhere. And he has a fee of about $4,000 for this application process. The Herman Monument Society has mentioned that they're willing to donate $2,000 towards that cost. And so the application process would move forward throughout 2019, and then the federal government will take quite some time, I'm sure, in reviewing that. It could be a number of years before an actual result is learned.
You know, Tom, what's the process for this application? I mean, is there a lot of forms to complete, or what's the fee for? I mean, what do we do for that $4,000? I mean, to apply?
Well, you need to make a written case to the federal government about the reasons associated with the monument being eligible for this historic landmark status. And so it'll be, basically kind of a booklet that's put together as part of the application process. And my understanding is that, for a non-expert, it could be near impossible or very, very time-consuming to make this application. That, dealing with an expert historian, that's kind of the way these things get put together.
Okay.
And they'll, we'll have a much stronger application, I'm certain, with various review.
You don't think the
levels.
fee is out of line?
No, I don't. I've learned throughout this process that, some firms can charge significantly more than that. And Hoisington Incorporated is kind of a one-man show, and, of course, lower overhead costs and so on. Plus, he has a wealth of knowledge of the subject matter already.
Okay.
So I fully support this and would recommend that you forward your recommendation for application onto the city council.
Tom, so the fee is approximately $4,000 and the Herman Monument Society has offered to be $2,000. Where do you expect to get the other $2,000 from?
Well, there's, if the Monuments and Cemetery Commission has any interest in providing funding, that's certainly possible. Heritage Preservation Commission will be considering that. And of course, the Park and Recreation Department budget can assist also. So I'm confident that through these various municipal sources of funding, we'll be able to match the private sector donation of $2,000 with municipal $2,000 to get this project moving.
I know this sounds like a kind of a redundant question, but if we get approved, after all the dust settles and they approve it as a national landmark, is this the whole idea to then apply for other grants because of that status?
Yes, certainly, this higher level of status of national significance would increase the chances of any grant application being funded by the federal and even state government.
Okay.
So I think we're all well aware of the fact that the monument is in need of restoration, and we're in the process of working through creating a restoration plan. That's still going to take some time to prepare construction documents, so to speak, for the restoration. And then at some point in the next few years, hopefully we'll be applying for significant state and federal grants to fund the restoration of the monument.
You probably don't know this, but you can't foresee the timeline for the application as to how long it takes to get approved?
Well, I think that we'll get the application into the federal government in 2019, possibly in the first half of 2019. And then I would anticipate we probably won't hear from them much until 2020 at the earliest.
Okay. Yeah, please keep us posted as to how it's progressing.
Absolutely, will do.
Okay. Any other questions of Tom? Hearing none, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I would second that motion.
Motion been made and seconded to recommend to the city council to authorize an application nomination of the Herman Monument as a national landmark. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Good luck, Tom.
Thank you.
Any other business should be brought for our commission today? Anything? Hearing none? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Motion and second. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
That's a record
Opposed?
time.
Motion carried. We're adjourned.
Thank you, sir.